I had been wanting to make more videos over the last few years actually, but I never got around to it. I don't know. The thing is, with motivation, you think, I'll do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and you're like, I'll do it in the afternoon after my day is over, but then in the afternoon you're tired, or you have to take your kid to soccer or whatever else, and then it just snowballs and one thing goes after the other. And I know this happens with a lot of people when it comes to their workout, like their fitness goals, their nutrition goals. I'll start tomorrow, I'll start Monday, I'll start next week, I'll start next month, I'll start next year. But you can't start then. So you have to start now. And the thing is, as far as like the fitness, why is my face so red? I don't have makeup on right now, sorry. And I do have like my night cream still, so I'm shiny. But the thing with my fitness and nutrition goals, like, I've started getting on track with that. Like, look at this muscle I'm starting to build. Like, I'm so excited to see definition. I don't even know if you can see definition, but it's there. Anyway, I've started like waking up between 5 and 5:30 every single day, and I get my protein, I get my creatine, I walk, I do lifting. I've been trying to focus on body recomposition, so I've been progressive overloading, and I've been back on track with meditating lately this week, finally, because that's one of the things I kept saying. Oh, I'm gonna meditate tomorrow. Never do it. I'm gonna meditate tomorrow. Never do it. Till finally you go a year and you've meditated like once. So you have to just do the things you want to do in your life. You have to just do them today. Don't push it off later. Everyone's busy. Everyone has stuff to do. Everyone has their family or their work or both, and their pets. Like, and if you just use those as, oh, look at that. Yeah. Anyway, if you just use those as excuses, you're never going to do the things you want to do. And the things that make you feel fulfilled in life and make you feel happy. Because if you're just in like robot mode every single day, like, I get up and take a shower and go to work. I eat whatever is in front of me, and I come home, I'm tired, I just watch TV, and then I go to sleep. Then it's gonna be like years and years of your life, and you've done nothing you actually felt like doing or wanted to do because you didn't have time, you didn't feel like it. And you tell yourself, oh, one day or someday. Why not today? And yeah. So the thing, I started noticing that if I would just get up and get ready for work and leave, I felt like discombobulated. I felt like all out of sorts and just like not happy throughout the rest of the day, like stressed out and just frustrated, and everything was overwhelming. And it's just like, take a deep breath, but you don't know how to actually like relax in that because you just, everything seems too much, and it seems like things just pile one on top of the other on top of the other. So I started doing this routine in the morning where I'm like, if I give myself time before I ever go to work to myself, where it's quiet, where I can meditate, I can get my steps in, I can work out, I can do things that make me happy, listen to music, read. If I give myself enough time in the morning to do all these things, then I feel more fulfilled throughout the day. And when the overwhelming things happen, it's easier to just breathe and like work through it when you have had those happy moments that you start your day with. Even like food that makes you feel good, that you're excited to have, or if you're someone that drinks coffee. I don't drink coffee anymore, but you know, that first cup of coffee where you just get to sit there and enjoy it. And like, don't take those moments for granted. Make sure you're grateful for those little things. Like, calm, the calm in your day before the storm. And I don't know, do little things each day that make you feel like accomplished or proud, even if it's just tiny. It could be something small like vacuuming or laundry or decorating for a holiday, just anything that after you do that, you're like, ah, it just feels so nice now that I did that. Or like take a salt bath or put candles on if you're into that. Just anything that makes you feel connected to yourself, your actual self, not your ego, not your external. I mean, I know that's ego based because it's like the vacuuming and stuff, that's not connecting to your actual self. But anyone who gets really into cleaning knows that you do start to connect to yourself. You almost like get in a meditation mode when you're cleaning because you're so like focused, and it's a way to like work through a lot of thoughts and think a lot through a lot of things that maybe you wouldn't like even let yourself think about when you're distracting yourself with like everything else in life. That's what else is like, take time to actually sit with yourself, your thoughts, process things, like think about things, think about how you feel about certain things, about your life, and so about how everything's going, and just like give yourself space for that, because we weren't created to be distracted 24 hours a day. Like, humans were not made to be on our phones, on our computers, like watching TV, watching movies, like on tablets constantly. And like, even if you're reading books, that's still like, it can be a distraction. Like, you would need some time to just sit with yourself and be, if it's journaling, if it's just thinking, meditating. Because like, if you think back way before technology, we would have had so much time to just know ourselves and be in touch with who we really are, and be genuine and authentic, and come from like a heart space instead of a mind space. And I mean, even when I was younger and I didn't have like a computer or a phone or any of that, and at one point my mom had a boyfriend who lived with us who would limit my TV, and so I only would get an hour of TV a day. So that forced me to be creative and be myself, and like not just rely on that distraction to get through my day. Like, I had to be creative, I had to come up with stuff to actually do. And it helps you like focus, get to know yourself, and just be more like genuine as a person, because a lot of people nowadays are not genuine at all. And I used to think it was on purpose, like not just masking behaviors, but like creating a facade to like impress people. A lot of people do that. But I started thinking, yeah, some of it may be like they realize they're doing it, but a lot of people don't realize they're doing it. It's just a habit because they don't actually know who they are, and they think, this is what I'm supposed to do, this is who I'm supposed to be, this is how I'm supposed to act. And they just do that, and they think, this is me. And that's not you. And they probably don't. A lot of people don't know themselves, and a lot of people never will. But it is what it is. But the whole point of this rambling is that I have wanted to start doing videos again, and I have pushed it off and pushed it off and pushed it off. And then I told myself today, like, it doesn't matter if you have makeup on, it doesn't matter if your hair's done. Like, and I was in the middle of, I did some of my steps and I was going to do my lifting, but then I'm like, do it now. Do it now, make a video right now, it doesn't matter. If you know what you're going to talk about, just sit down and do it, because that's something that you have wanted to do and you've pushed it off. So then that's what I make the video about, motivation. Because a lot of times, especially you hear like gym people, if you watch a lot of YouTube videos with fitness people, like workout people, they'll say it's not about motivation, it's just about willpower, because there are lots of days you don't have the motivation. And for me, it's just now, it's just a habit again, like it was when I was younger. I just get up, I go get my BCAAs, I drink some water, I drink some protein, I start walking, and then I do my lifting. It's like habit, habit, habit. And then recently I've also put back into my habit, meditate. Like, and it's just not, it's like how it would be your work day. Like, it's something you have to do, but this is also something you want to do. That if you don't like make yourself do it as maybe like a schedule, like a work thing, or as a daily routine, then maybe you won't get it done. And so now I'm gonna try and force myself to include some kind of video every day or every week. Maybe I'll film every day and post once a week or something. I don't really know. Some type of weekly vlog maybe. I'm not even sure. But as long as I'm just making a video, then then that's one more part of my puzzle that I was pushing off, and it'll actually be getting done now. So I guess I'm just gonna show, I don't know, maybe do like I don't know what I should do, like a diary type thing where I'm just keeping account of my days, or a fitness thing where I show my routines, or a little bit of everything going on in life, or talks like this where I'm saying like you don't need motivation, just do it. I don't know, maybe it'll be just a combination of things like that and be a vlog. Also, I've been wondering, so this is something I'm going to put on my list, and that's what else is, I'm going to start making lists like every morning of things I want to accomplish, and I'm going to check them off. And that way it's a way of holding myself accountable, not being like, oh, I'll do that tomorrow. And not unreasonable lists, not things that are gonna take me like hour upon hour upon hour to do each thing, because I don't have time for that. Like right now it's a Saturday, so I have time, but on the weekdays I don't have time. And then when soccer starts on Saturdays, I'm not gonna have time either. So yeah, make a list is what I'm gonna start doing and checking it off. And on my list today, I'm going to write down, because something I don't know is, where do people get music for like their YouTube videos, and what music are you allowed to use? Because I know there are excuse me, I know there are like copyright laws for YouTube and stuff, and you're not allowed to use certain music, so I don't know about that. I usually never put thumbnail pictures on my videos, so I need to learn about that. And yeah, so my goals for today, figure that stuff out. I'm gonna write it down right now. Music and thumbnails. And then I'm going to do my workout today, probably get some more steps in. This is my day off, so I kind of just want to do some kind of chill things. I know I'm going to vacuum and do laundry, but those are just things I do anyway. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was thinking of things I wanted to get done today. I have like this red light therapy thing. I kind of want to do it on my, I want to try it on my legs, because it's supposed to help with cellulite, which I have a lot on the back of my legs, but a lot of women do. It's just part of the aging process, and I'm not someone who goes to spas or gets like treatments done or gets Botox or anything. No lasers and no facials and none of that. I don't spend money on those types of things. So I do have this red light therapy thing, think I'm gonna try that today. I mean, I've tried it before, but I think I'm gonna do on my legs and just have chill vibes today. And yeah, I already meditated this morning as well, which is a really good meditation that just happened to pop up on YouTube. Like, and I was in the middle, I watched this girl named Olivia on YouTube when I walk on my walking pad. I watch her pretty much every day. After I watched one of her short videos, this meditation popped up, and I was like, I'm just gonna go click this now and do this meditation now, because I'm worried that if I click some other videos, when I go back, I might not find that exact meditation, and I really wanted to try it. So I stopped working out and went and laid on the couch and put it on, and it was exactly what I needed. It was perfect for the day, and it was about living as the person, living in the energy of the person you want to be in the future, and not the person you've been programmed to be from your past, pretty much. So, like, changing your energy, your thought processes around, like, whatever you think you want out of life or something. The other day I did one because I started realizing I have blocks on money. I probably do on relationships as well, but money is a big thing that I've had a block on because I grew up relatively poor, and repeated patterns early on in my life that kept me relatively poor throughout my adulthood. And though I always, as a child and on up, felt that I would be someone wealthy one day, I never can figure out how to get there. But the thing is, I started realizing I didn't really have a mindset of a person that would be wealthy. I mean, yeah, I wanted it just to feel safe and secure, but you can feel safe and secure where you are now without like having that. And so I started having to change my focus and also release blockages about the way I felt about money, because I almost feel like you have to work super hard to get that way, to get rich, and you don't deserve it because you haven't done anything worth whatever. And I have to release those mindsets because there's enough abundance in the world for everyone. And if you're living an abundant mindset with everything else in life, like, why should I be living in a lack mindset when it comes to money? Like, I feel like I was telling myself I didn't deserve it because other people have told me I don't deserve it. And that's bullshit. And you need to just like release those kind of blockages. And it's the same with like love. I used to feel like I didn't deserve love, no one was gonna love me. And even though I don't have another person validating external love, like, I internally give myself all the love that I used to like lack and think no one's gonna love you. Like, now I'm just like, I don't even care. I love me. So, and I wake up happy every day, and people are like, but are you truly happy? Or are you lonely? No, I'm happy. Like, my happiness doesn't depend on like external validation or other people. So, like, I'm happy whether I have someone or I don't. And really, I enjoy having my bed, my desk, my everything mine in my house, and not having to compromise with someone else. Like, I watch whatever I want. I can work out at 5 in the morning. I can do whatever I want. I can play music. Like, it's freeing. So would I want someone in my space? I don't know. I go back and forth about that. But now it's not from like a I don't deserve mindset, you know? It's not a lack mindset. So that's my thing, is like with money, is just you know, if you get around money, if you get that feeling of like you tense up when you think about money, like, how am I gonna pay this bill? You know, like, I don't have enough, or I'm not gonna make enough money at work to do this or that. Like, if you tense up about money or you feel stressed out about it, you have to just like let that go, because like other things in life that should stress me out, they don't, because I know, like, I've gone through so many things in my life. I'm like, this is a cakewalk, this is easy breezy, because I've gotten through worse than this like my entire life. I know I can get through this, and with money it should be the same, because I've gotten through every single issue with that as well. But it's like there's some insecurity because I don't have, maybe I don't, because I don't have a safety net or live comfortably above, like, or even in the way like society says you should at least make this much money or whatever. And so I have to release all those lack mindset things with money, and just like, and not tense up when it comes to money situations, and just go with the flow when it comes to that as well. So that's one thing that I am trying to learn. I mean, I've been learning it for years and years and years, but I mean, actually put into my energetic being to like release that tension and not feel stressed out about it, and just know, because every situation you've gone through up to this point, you've made it through. Even when you didn't see how you were going to get to the other side or how it would be possible, the universe always takes care of you. It always provides. You always eventually, you get through somehow. It works out. It always works out, even if you don't think it's gonna work out. So yeah, just know, even if you don't feel resourceful, the universe is very resourceful. And if you believe things are gonna work out, they will. If you believe things are happening in your favor, they will. Now, I'm not saying that you're gonna get like certain people because you focus on that, or that you're gonna get a certain amount of money magically because you want to be a billionaire, and now the universe is gonna just hand you the money. I mean, it could work like that, but I'm not saying it's just like that. I'm just saying to release like the worry is the point. So enough with my rambling. I'll probably show you some of my workout stuff, and yeah, I'll probably make this like a whole week thing. That way I can just put all the videos into one, instead of making like shorter videos and make just one long one. I don't know if that works. So I don't have people that watch my videos anyway, so it really doesn't matter if it's long or if it's short, because no one's gonna watch it. So it is what it is. It's more just holding myself accountable for everything, having this camera being my accountability in my life, because I'm being accountable with the workout stuff. I just want to follow through and be accountable with this stuff. So it's still Saturday, and I just found out about this summer market thing. So it might be like a farmer's market, I'm not sure, with some like fruit and veggies and stuff. I'm gonna go check that out. So yesterday at the summer market, I thought it was going to be like a farmer's market. It was a lot different. It was just like vendors with booths selling things that they've made. And I was going to take a video to put with this to show, but it wasn't worth it, and it was raining. So yeah, but it was fun anyway. So also, I ended up being really tired yesterday, like worn out. So I didn't do my leg workout yesterday. I'm gonna make up and do it today, since Sunday is supposed to be rest day. So I rested yesterday technically. After that summer market thing, my friend and I went to Walmart and just looked around, and we found some outdoor chairs that were on clearance for $9 each. So that was nice. Um, so we had a fun time trying to get those in my car and trying to get them out, but it all worked out. Good morning, it's 4:30 a.m. I could not sleep last night at all, and now I was finally asleep, and then my alarm went off. Isn't that how it always works? But it's gonna be a busy day, so let's go. I have had this face roller for over a year and I never used it, and I started using it recently because I know it's supposed to help with like the puffiness and maybe wrinkles, I'm not sure, but I hold a lot of tension in my jaw, and my jaw pops and moves and stuff, and this I feel like I really notice helps release tension in my jaw so it doesn't like feel as tight. It feels really good on my jaw. And then also when I wake up in the morning, my sinuses are like super like inflamed and just stuffy and swollen, and this I feel like helps like loosen up my sinuses around my nose and under my eyes. It's great. So I highly recommend, if you don't do this. I don't do it for beauty, I just do it for those benefits. walking. When I walk slower, I wear the weighted vest. When I walk like really quickly, I take it off. I'm so sweaty. Okay, I got my steps in for now, and I'm going to take some creatine before I do my workout. Look at that. Yeah. I just started taking creatine about a week ago, I think. But I've noticed a huge difference. Look at that. I've noticed a huge difference. And I used to think creatine was for men, and I used to think as a vegan I couldn't take it, but that's wrong. And as a vegan, I feel like you should take it more if you're a vegan, because apparently people who eat, is it red meat, get some creatine naturally with their food. But I need it, so I know it says it's recommended like 3 to 5 grams of creatine a day. I generally take 10 grams a day, but I split it. Like, I'm gonna take 5 grams now before my lifting, and then I'm gonna take 5 grams a little bit later after it. So yeah, and then the other thing that I know fitness people are always pushing is protein, 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 and I thought for all the years that it was overrated, and until I started lifting. Okay, let's go back to the protein before the lifting part, but I thought that much protein was overrated, and so I would add in like 1 protein shake and just eat my normal meals and think like that's fine, but I wasn't getting close to the amount of protein I need to actually build muscle. You're supposed to get around, and it can differ, different people say different things, but I try to get around a gram of protein for the body weight I want to be. Some people say you need to do it for the body weight you are now. I don't know, and I sometimes go up a little bit from the body weight I want to be, and I sometimes get closer to the body weight I am with my protein. It just depends on the day, but yeah, for me, like, I don't like to eat tons of just like, when I eat, I eat whole foods, but like I tend to get a lot of carbs. So I do get the protein in my meal, but it's just not as high, like because I eat tofu. Like the days I'll eat a Beyond Burger, then I know that's higher protein. But yeah, I eat tofu and stuff. So I drink a lot of protein shakes, and this one has 30 grams, which I really like. And this one isn't as high of carbs as some of the ones I drink. This one's pretty low, and this is my favorite so far. And my second favorite has higher calories and higher carbs, and that's the Orgain. It's in the gray bottle, plant protein, and it's also 30 grams of protein. Those are my 2 favorites. Of course, sometimes stuff's out of stock, so I can't find the ones I want, so I've tried a bunch of different ones, but I found these giant versions of the one I get on Amazon. They're not giant, but like they're close to double the size of the one that I can find at the store. So I'm excited about that. The only thing is, this kind and the other one I take, they're kind of a bit higher priced than ones you can get in store, but I know they're still generally lower than a lot of like other brands that you can get that are usually associated with like fitness apps or people. So those are my favorites, and I'm not sponsored or anything, so just what I like. So yeah, I'm gonna take my creatine. I probably won't show you the taking the BCAAs and the protein and the creatine every day. That's just something I do every day. It's just what I do. I mean, I may show you, I don't know, but once you see it once, it's the same always. Look, I really like how my lips look after my walk, because it looks like they got all plump during my walk, which is great. Got my blood flowing. Today is lower body, so let's go with that. I'm starting to wonder if a weekly blog is maybe going to be too long or composed of too many videos. It's going to take a lot of time. I might do like every few day blog or every day blog or something like that. I keep saying blog, I mean vlog. I'm tired. I really started getting sleepy towards the end of my workout. I was like, oh, and I could see it in my eyes, like they're turning purpley, which is what happens when I'm sleepy. So I'm gonna go drink some more protein and then going to journal and meditate, and then eat a real breakfast. Okay, so besides just some normal journaling that I'm going to do, I also have some questions I wrote down that I'm going to answer. 3 things that I'm grateful for, how do I want to feel today, actions to achieve how I want to feel today, and my top 3 priorities of the day, and then also just normal journaling as well. I literally drink so much water every single morning that I started on my 3rd liter of Evian before 7:20 in the morning. Let that sink in. Like, I'm already on my 3rd liter of water before 8 a.m. Yeah, but it makes me have to run to the bathroom a lot. I am trying to decide if, well, after I eat breakfast, if I go try to mow part of the backyard before I take a shower and go to work, or if I wait till later. I mean, where I live, it's very hot, so it's probably best to try and get it done in the morning if the grass isn't too wet. So I think I might try that. I don't like to go to work like super late. That shouldn't delay me too much, I think, since I got up so early today. So yeah, I might try and do that. Okay, also something I wanted to do today, I have these affirmation cards, and I'm just gonna kind of shuffle them and then just spread them out and just pick one that I feel like is good for today. Let's see what this says. Clarity. So it says, stopping to listen to my inner self, I can easily separate my intuition from my mental chatter. The clarity of my intuition is a sweet, simple fruit that tastes familiar, and the mental chatter is confusing. Bitter rind that I shall peel off and chuck into the garbage or compost heap if your mental chatter happens to be organic. That's lovely. Okay, that's good for today, especially right after meditation. Breakfast time. Yesterday I found some almond milk vegan yogurt, and I put that together with a scoop of chocolate vegan protein powder, and I froze it for my Ninja Creamy. I just spun it, and this is what it looks like. It looks delicious. I'm gonna mix in some walnuts, pecans, some blueberries, and some hemp seeds. And then I'm also having for breakfast, it's kind of random, but I have leftover vegan spring rolls, so I'm gonna have 2 spring rolls and some soy sauce. Also, I want to show you my strawberry plant. It's finally started growing. There's a little strawberry on it. I ate my first strawberry from my plant yesterday. I was so excited. It was tiny. It was only like this big, but it was so flavorful and juicy. I'm about to sneeze, sorry. And this is how my frozen vegan yogurt turned out. It looks delicious.